All right, so the T is we finally had our show break that would signal the beginning of a counter trend move or just a move in the other direction. All right, so what I got here, I was watching this level because this was the last level that we created right here. Bullish, bearish, created resistance, tested this resistance, and then it started to break. And I do believe that it is in response to this level right here that we have on the monthly time frame. See, like I was saying yesterday, it wouldn't be a valid buy until we actually got that break. Of course, you could have taken early entries, but like how many times can you do that before you just really mess yourself up, right? So it's always best to wait for confirmations. So yeah, now we have higher highs. We don't have any higher lows just yet. I think that it could come to, right, so the last structure point that we had was right here. So I'll go bearish candle to bearish candle, right? So the first legit PRZ zone is 38.2. Anything past there, you have a potential for price to come back to here, but again, you do have to see that break happen back into this bearish direction. So you can't just say, oh, I see one bearish candle, oh, I see one engulfing candle, let me go ahead and sell. The overall momentum is bullish for the moment, so you couldn't do that. What you would have to wait for now is, and it really depends on how this ends up flowing, but you're gonna have to wait to see a break of some sort of support. Might be on the 4 hour, might be on the 30-minute, just depends on how the retracements end up being. So for gold, yeah, so price definitely popped out right here, but it's interesting because I did have this level on the weekly drawn out, but I took it off because I tend to do that with levels, which is a bad habit. But I didn't want to prioritize that just because that level was there, it meant that I needed to be taking buys, right? So we see it's really clear. Price acted as resistance in this level. And then over here, we end up using that level as support. Where did it go? Oh, we ended up using this level as support right here. So price came down. It's easier to see on like the 1 hour or even the 2 hour because it's pretty blocky on the 4 hour. But you see how price started making these higher lows, right? We never actually went all the way down to the 38.2. And then depending on who you are, your 0% or your 100% could have been here. For me, it was, and I actually, damn, I did have this written down. It was something like along the lines of 23.6 reversals are likely if it's like a monthly or weekly level. And in this case, you know, we had that, right? We had that same exact thing. So it's all good. But the next target, the next level I could see price going to is right here. And that's based off of this point A to point B level. Oh, wait, that looks crazy. That looks insane. I think it was, yeah, based on this. So I'm basing it from here to here. So this is the next target level. All I'll be waiting for today is ideally just a break of minor resistance, and you have that here. Yesterday, you could have, I did see it, but it was so slight, you know, it actually happened right here. Right, but I was thinking, well, what if this is just a lower low? We can make a lower high, and it's just a yes. However, the lower time frames were supporting buys the entire time. Ever since, sorry, so we have bearish bullish, we have this little lower high, and then we have this lower high, right? And since then, bearish bullish, we've had one bullish candle. Okay, just tested a big old bullish candle, right? Bearish, tested until we get these. So it's really this candle and this candle that confirm, okay, we're not just testing this level anymore. We have more buyers and bullish. buyers than sellers at the moment. And so it came down, made this little higher low, and then took off from there, rightfully so. I didn't recognize all that because I was still saying, okay, the last lower low we had was here. But at the same time, the overall fib was, we were still in a bullish fib, right? And I wasn't paying attention to the fact that price kept reversing from this weekly zone right here. It's all good though. So I would say the target for GJ currently, you know, I love my monthly and weekly levels. Oh, where did you go? Take this off. Let's see. The daily has space up until supports, and then it's gonna keep. So yeah, I think 155.5 is a pretty good take profit. I don't think that's too bad. Why are you orange? This could be the target. And again, I'm just basing it off my monthly zone. But you got to understand, you're coming off a monthly zone also. So it could very much, you know, end up coming all the way up to here. Just like I said, right to the 61.8. Or 78.6 to 156 flat. You know, those are my two options. But I'm definitely going to hold, probably take profit right here. Let's see, for GU now. Yeah, so it's pretty much doing the same thing. Like, you see how we had a break of this minor resistance seen on the 4-hour. And ever since then, we have 1, 2 bullish candles that say, okay, now we're switching gears for a second. For GU, we already had our 38.2 hit. So let's see. But the lower highs are still being maintained on the daily. So I would say we're not going up. This could be a potential. Yeah, let's say that could be the case if price ends up breaking this level, because remember, on the smaller time frames, this is actually the last structure point that we had. Aside from that, we're just gonna go, we're only heading up in the moment to find supply area that it could potentially turn around from it. It could be here. It could be. Let's see if you can see that level on the daily. You can. It's a potential. But then again, remember, the #1 priority is just to wait for price to tell you that it's ready to reverse, and that will be shown as a break of minor support. Which time frame just depends on how price is flowing in the moment. And we got a whole bunch of news today for USD and CAD, FOMC and stuff. On UCAD, we see that we've been making lower lows and lower highs, lower lows, and like I had this drawn out, all these levels drawn out before like this price even came this far, but this could be. But I don't know, because I know how UCAD is. UCAD can be so petty. So even though it looks like, yes, the 4-hour, oh, mark my words, bro, because I swear, I think, I don't know, I think FOMC could possibly push, UCAD up. And because I don't trade UCAD because I don't understand it completely, but I don't understand it completely because I don't spend time trading it. So there's that. But you see how we have, actually, yeah, that's why I don't understand it, because I don't be on the high enough time frames. It doesn't operate like GJ. You have to use like higher time frames to really understand the current flow. So what I see currently is that, you know, we have all these lower highs that were maintained for this impulse like to go bearish. Okay, that's cool, that's cute. But then we have this last bullish bearish, some form of resistance. We broke that completely. So even though it seems like it's going bearish, right? Because Even I have a bearish bias overall. You see the negative 27% target is down here. However, for the next move, I think that this is just like an impulse leg, and this is some sort of retracement to continue. Oh no. I mean, I already said I don't trade UCAD, so if this is dead wrong, then you already know. And I'm only making that assumption based on the fact that we violated these resistances here. So who's to say price is not going to use this for support and then continue bullish? And then later, because that happened to me so many times. Every single time I try to trade UCAD, it's something like that. But yeah, happy trading.